Welcome back. Before the bell even rings, the learning has already begun. That's the goal of this program that is giving kids more than just a place to go. It's helping them grow. Joining us with all their top child educational tips that you can utilize at home is Children's Lighthouse Executive Director, Jordan Turner. Hi, Jordan.
Hi.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great. I am so excited for all of this advice, and I know parents at home are going to want this as well. So kids, they're heading back to school. How can parents best prepare kids for that step?
So my suggestion is always to start preparing them a few weeks before, maybe set in that bedtime routine or maybe that morning routine. If they don't typically wake up as early during the summertime, maybe bringing them back to that, hey, it's 7 o'clock, time to get up ready for school, things like that. I also always suggest, giving them some time in the afternoon to decompress, or when homework starts to become apparent, depending on what grade they're in, maybe setting aside some time to work on homework. Even if school hasn't started yet, maybe some activity books, coloring sheets, things like that are really important.
I love that this is really setting a routine for children and then really helping with that transition as well. So maybe it's less jarring when you go from maybe the ease of summer into more structure in the fall. Why would you say routine is so important for a child?
I think it's very important because it helps with those transitions. At our facility, we have 3 different curriculums. We have age groups from 6 weeks to 12 years. So we see a lot of those transitions from different phases in their lives. And my biggest takeaway is that routine is very important. It helps them be independent. It helps with their confidence. It keeps them structured, helps them remember things. And it also helps with that anxiety in those different transitions as well.
I feel like this not only is good for children, but also for adults as well. I feel like across the board, easing into routine. Now, how can you recognize as a parent if your child needs extra support?
Yeah, so typically, with our own children, it's really easy to recognize when maybe they're feeling a little bit anxious, a little bit stressed, depending on their age. My biggest takeaway is when they start to exhibit some behaviors when playing. Maybe their toys are sad, or maybe their toys seemed a little bit frantic. They'll definitely show that when they are playing, and that's always a good way to recognize that they might need a little bit help, or maybe the transition isn't going as smoothly as we thought. Those are different things that you can recognize.
That's good. So if you notice normal behaviors in your child and those change, is that usually the first red flag for you that maybe something is, they're lacking in something, or they might need extra help?
Yeah, definitely. With my own daughter, she's potty training right now. So I've definitely seen the shift in how she plays with her toys, or when it's time to go potty and she's in the middle of playing, she doesn't really want to go. And that kind of translates to the school year as well. If they are nervous about going to kindergarten, that's a huge big step from pre-K to kindergarten, or at home to kindergarten. And so sometimes you'll see that kind of come out, and it's an easy way to recognize that maybe we need to do a one-on-one meeting with our teacher, or maybe we need to see about a different classroom, things like that, depending on their age, of course. But I definitely notice it, and it's always the biggest red flag when I see it in their play, because that's when they're the most comfortable, the most confident, the most independent.
So your advice for parents at home, they notice a change, they recognize these behaviors, and so maybe changing things and seeing how they adapt is the best advice to kind of help ease them through that?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, they're people too, and with us, if our routine's a little off, typically we'll change something about it. We'll get up a little bit earlier, or do something in our life to make it a little bit easier, and they need that too. At our facility, we pride ourselves on flexible curriculum, flexible schedule, flexible classrooms, and so it's really important to recognize those things and talk to your teachers, or at our facility you would talk to our directors, and we can always have meetings. We do open house, meet the teacher, and a lot of the school systems do that as well. And tryout days are really important too, and a lot of people don't know that those exist, where you can kind of go and try something out for the day or a few hours. And that's something that I really love that we do at Children's Lighthouse, is we give a trial day if the child needs it. It could be an hour, 2 hours, a whole day if the parents want, and it just kind of gives them an idea of what their child is ready for and what they might be lacking seeing and what they might need.
Jordan, this is great advice. And for people at home who want to check out Children's Lighthouse, where can they go for more information?
So you can go to our website, it's childrenslighthouse.com, and we have a little search bar where you can put in your address and it'll find the school that's closest to you.
Thank you so much for your time today. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Well, y'all stick around because coming up, we're learning how you can incorporate the Ayurvedic diet into your lifestyle, those details plus the health benefits when we return.